The Toyota GR Supra Final Edition says goodbye with 429 horsepower chassis and aero upgrades. So it looks like the Supra in this edition, anyway, is saying goodbye. Oh no. So this is the ultimate version of the GR Supra, and it is limited to 300 units, and they're only going to Europe and Japan. And well, it does look pretty good in all black. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie about that. It looks pretty cool. But you guys know my opinion about this vehicle. I have not liked it from the beginning. I never liked it, and now that it's leaving, well, I'm not too upset about it. That doesn't mean that I don't like Toyota. I mean, I like Toyota. I don't like the concept of using another OEM's engine in such an iconic sports car. And you know what? I'm never going to get over it. And that's the way it goes because now BMW. I think this happened because BMW decided to stop making this engine. And look, now you got to stop making it because the real owners of this vehicle decided they didn't want it anymore. So it is a pretty good last edition, though. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, MJ. Hold your feelings aside and let's look at it. So here are some of the upgrades. Let's see. Stronger brakes, suspension upgrades, more carbon fiber aero components. The engine is a little stronger, a little more powerful. The uprated version of the BMW sourced turbocharged 3-liter 6-cylinder engine, and it's generating 429 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. And it's only going into a 6-speed manual. That's good at least. Sending powers to the rear wheels where they belong. Too bad it wasn't a Toyota engine sending that power back there. Maybe it would still be driving. Let's see. They added a baffle plate on the engine oil pan to prevent uneven distribution during track use. They just did that. They should have been did that. Why would they just do that? I saw, this is a quick sidebar. I saw on Instagram one of those short reels, and they had a engine dyno set up. I think it was for like Porsche. And instead of just being fixed in place, this engine dyno was also made to move left and right and up and down. So I believe this was just so that they could make sure that at no point is the engine being starved of oil. So, they already got their oil baffling in there so that you're never starved of oil when you're making these aggressive cornering moves on the track. So yeah, Toyota, maybe they should. I don't know if they do that now, but maybe they should because yeah, they should have been had that baffle plate in the engine oil pan. I think the Toyota Celica early years had a problem with that. Not early years, but like the 2000s. I think that was a Yamaha engine now, but yeah, that should be a standard for sports cars, I think. Can't be having an engine starving of oil. And there's a new muffler for improved sound experience. Yeah. Sharper chassis setup inspired by the GR Supra GT4 race car. Yeah, that'd be nice. I heard I think they made some modifications to the chassis on one of these GR Supras. I think I did a story about this. And they stuffed the V8 in there from the LC 500. That's what the Supra should have been from the beginning. If you're not going to use the LC 500 body, they could have used a slightly bigger version of this chassis and just stuffed that 5-liter V8 in there. Everybody would have been happy. I think they would have been 100% happier with that Toyota V8 than the BMW straight inline six. I don't know, but yeah, it does look good, man. Look, just take this vehicle Let's change the body a little bit so you can fit that V8 in there and stuff it in there. Give us a 6-speed manual and call it a day, please. No I don't want no. I don't think they even have an inline six, but I don't know. I heard they might be putting that. I think there's a 3-cylinder turbo that's they use for the Corolla, and I don't know. I don't know if that's a good engine for the Supra either. But yeah, we got 19-inch Brembo brakes, high friction brake pads in the front, drilled floating disc on all 4 wheels, stainless steel mesh brake hoses. All right. This is a pretty good vehicle. It looks good. Looks like it'll be lots of fun on the track. It just got the wrong engine. Sorry. But I'm never gonna cozy up to that. Well, it looks good in red. Looks pretty good in red. All right. Well, maybe next generation you'll get a Toyota engine and everyone will be happy. Now, don't say that to diss Toyota. It's not an insult for me to expect that a Toyota engine goes into a Toyota sports car, especially the Toyota Supra. I mean, come on. This is one of the best vehicles Toyota ever made. The Supra, it's iconic, man. You don't mess around with that. You see what happened to Dodge when they tried to make their Charger an EV? Everybody did. Everybody hates it, basically. Except for, I think it's like 3 people going to buy that EV Charger. And the Toyota, well, some people like that. Some people like that. I don't think the Toyota fans dislike it as much as the Dodge fans dislike the electric Charger. But oh no, it's close, I guess. Yeah, see, it looks pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe gray's not the best color. I think it looks better in this black. What do you guys think? Looks good in red. But yeah, the black one is the best one. This black one looks good. Look at that. This black one looks sinister. This is like the car from the bad guy in the movie. We'll pull up in this. And you hear him say, just dun, 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 dun. Black Toyota Supra coming around. Let's see what the comments have to say. You guys know what I think about it already. I'm not going to harp on that. This guy says the styling is awful. We won't miss it. Very few on the road anyhow. I don't think it looks that bad. I think it's a little small, actually. Like I've seen it in person and it looks kind of small. Like you think the Supra will be it's smaller than the Mark IV Supra. I don't know why they made it so small. But yeah, it's just the engine that I didn't like the most. This guy says, I'm shocked but not disappointed that they decided to make the final edition only available with a manual transmission. Yeah. You're shocked at that? I mean, they only made 300 of them. They're probably not going to be having, not probably not going to have a whole bunch of different options. Hard enough just to make a small limited run like this. This guy says, honestly, that's a good upgrade. Not like the base 3.0 liter is a bad car, but this is definitely a more enhanced experience. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was never bad. I just, I got emotions about that car. Should be Toyota engine. With such exterior, it has 0 chances of becoming a legend. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a legend either. Sucks that the next Supra won't have a 6-cylinder, most likely, but I4 boosted to Mars like everyone else, which they have recently bragged about. Yeah, that's what might happen. At least it'll be a Toyota engine, though, hopefully. Toyota's about to usher in a renaissance. Good things coming in the automotive world. Oh, maybe. I mean, Toyota is doing some pretty good things. I love the new Camry. I'm thinking about buying one. I love that 2.5-liter hybrid powertrain, man. I think that's going to be a legendary powertrain. That might prove to be one of the best powertrains ever in the Toyota, but we'll see. I saw one with over 450,000 miles, original everything. So those are the kind of Toyota numbers we're looking to see. Now, if they can get the Tundra engine fiasco under control, and the Celica might be coming back. That's what. Oh, here we go. Next comment. If the Celica is making a comeback, I see the next generation Supra as the high performance version of it, much like the early 1980s, where they were based on the same platform and the Supra having the more powerful engine. Yeah, yeah, I think they used to be called the Celica Supra back in the day. This guy says, I have a feeling that Toyota will utilize Mazda's inline six for the next generation Supra, and they'll most likely pair it with some kind of hybrid setup to push past the 400 horsepower barrier. Don't know if that means they'll lose the manual transmission option in the process or if they'll somehow make it work. Hopefully, if it does turn out to be the case, Mazda will use the same setup in a sedan format. I think all signs point to that being the case, but who knows? Huh? I don't know. Maybe Phil McGraw. Maybe. We shall see. You guys know what engine I want to be in the Supra. You already know. Mm, duh, DD. Yeah, speculation of production ending started floating around about 6 months ago. That's true. This guy's. Dude, I've driven both the Supra and the Z4, and the Z4 is actually more fun since you can put the top down. Yeah, that's. I like. If I were to buy one of these cars, I'd get the Z4. I think the Z4 looks better, to be honest. And then also for service, it's better just to take this car to a BMW dealership. Even this the Supra with the BMW engine. When you take these mash up cars like this to the dealership, those mechanics do not want to work on that. I'm telling you, I could guarantee you that they when they see that thing, they're like, oh, who has to work on that? Because this is how that's how it was when I worked at Honda when they had that I think it was the Passport with a Isuzu engine in it. Man, nobody wanted to work on that thing because you get so used to working on that brand when something else comes in, like you're all out of you're all discombobulated. You're like, oh, why did they do it this way? Why did they do it that way? And you know that BMW, it's got special tools. They got like a special tool just to if you have to put in a window regulator motor. Like they got a special tool like to hold the glass in a certain position. It's just ridiculous. I saw the car care nut talking about that car one time, and he's like, "Oh, well, you go to the dealership, you think they're going to have the special tool, but then they got to borrow the special tool from a BMW dealership or from another Toyota dealership. Like they won't. Every Toyota dealership sometimes doesn't have every special tool for that BMW Supra. So one in the area will get it, and then they'll share it. So it all leads to your car taking longer for people to work on. When you take it in there, the mechanics aren't used to working on it. So they're not going to they're not going to be as much of an expert as you might think somebody at the dealership is going to be. So yeah, if you own that car, I would take it to a BMW dealer because at least they're used to working on BMWs and they got all the tools. Well, here we go. Couple more comments and we'll go to the next story. I heard from a few people that the Z4 drives better because of the weight distribution also being lower than the Supra. My biggest issue with the Supra, everybody calls it the Supra. His biggest issue is the visibility. You can't see out of it very well, and the cabin is a tight fit. Also, there's no sunroof, and the windows are tiny. It just feels dark all the time, even on a sunny day. Overall, a very claustrophobic experience. Interesting. Yeah, I know I haven't driven one of those things, but I could see what you're talking about here. You see, the Z4 with the roof up also has this issue, but once you put the roof down, the visibility is far improved. You're no longer in a dark, cramped space, but a bright, open, welcoming one. If I had a new Z4, I'd never drive with the roof up. Nothing like beautiful open sky and the wind in your hair. Yeah, that's a good point. Visibility. A lot of people also complained about the visibility of the CHR, that that little tiny SUV. They don't even they don't even sell that anymore. I never liked that vehicle either, but I have my own reasons for not liking it. I was working there and testing them. That thing gave me nothing but problems. But they worked out all the problems once it got to production, but that thing was giving me a run for my money. Whole bunch of reports on that one. But yeah, all right. Well, that's what we got, people. The Supra, the Supra is Gonza, and it looks like people aren't too upset about it. But this, I gotta admit, this one looks good though. Man, that's a nice black too. Black on black.